dude?
What is up, man?
A whole lot of everything. Oh.
Yeah, I ran out of the other ones.
It's alright. We need quantity today anyway, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, we'll see.
News needs to start happening, man. I'm telling you what.
Bridges tilting over and shit, that's not enough.
That's everyone news. We don't do everyone news.
That's right. Need obscure.
So, we'll get on with the news on this episode of The Commute.
Where I'll be your driver.
And I'll be your passenger. And I wish she was hitchhiking.
Mm-hmm.
What am I gonna do? Alright, so a North Carolina man is facing multiple heroin trafficking charges after he was caught with numerous bags of heroin crammed in his...
ass? I don't know.
Belly button.
Belly button?
That is a new one. According to Greenville police, their drug task force searched the vehicle that he was driving and found over 150 bags and $1,200. One of the occupants, Randall Streeter, who is a rather large gentleman, had another 40 bags of heroin stashed in his navel.
What?
That's a big belly button. I mean, I don't know what a bag of heroin looks like, like the size, but 40, it just sounds like a lot. I don't care how tiny it is.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they're the size of a raisin, which I'm sure they're bigger, can you fit 40 raisins in your belly button?
No.
You know?
Man.
But that wasn't it. He also had crack and Percocet pills lodged in there as well. And Percocet pills, I mean...
Jesus.
He's like, I can call with this stuff. I want to stuff this in the air.
Might as well use everything as a pouch.
Yeah, but he's a kangaroo. Another passenger was also charged with trafficking, and 340 bags of heroin were found overall. Estimated value of the seized heroin alone, $6,800. That is an expensive belly button.
$6,800 is just what came out of his belly button, or total?
No, that was total.
Oh, okay.
That was total.
That seems like it would be more than that, but...
heroin's cheap these days. And they said that's the problem with it, because it's so cheap that it's popular. People want to get their high.
Right.
And they can afford that. Yeah, we got we're having to reroute our little commute here due to bridges being out and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And my HR department sent out a thing today saying, you understand there's problems with traffic. Good ways around this is to carpool. And I thought, on it.
Got that covered.
They said, but if you have any, other ways, you can help people get through the city, reply to this email, we'll send it out to the company. And I thought, no. Because once everybody starts taking this way, we're done.
Right.
I want everybody taking this way.
Hey, if they want to find out about this way, they can like and subscribe.
That's right. Like and subscribe and send us a message so we know, and then we'll give you a little hint. But for now, we're not telling you where we're at, unless you can see.
Google Street.
Because I thought, well, what? It's just the people in my building, but then the people in my building tell the people in the building across the way, and the word spreads like fire, and before you know it, we're back in traffic. And it's not going to help us that way at all.
No.
Or is it that way? We don't know. Where are we?
Could be either. Could be both.
Butch's restaurant didn't fare too well, I guess.
No.
A Louisiana homicide detective is accused of tapping into his artistic side and writing a message with the blood of a murder victim at a New Orleans crime scene.
Are you fucking serious?
Police detective Charles Hoffaker reportedly worked a double shift over Memorial Day weekend. The incident happened at some point during that time period. 4 people were killed and 15 were wounded over the weekend. Police said this was an isolated incident that happened during a very, very difficult time for the New Orleans Police Department and for this officer also. I'm hoping that the New Orleans Police Department sees it that way and treats it that way. So they since put him on a desk job. But that wasn't his only thing. The detective had pieces of his work displayed in art galleries in the past, and he received a formal art education at Delgado Community College.
Oh, yeah?
This guy should be taken off the fucking police force.
I would think.
He's making art and doing displays with it. These are the people you're supposed to trust with these crime scenes, and aren't they not supposed to, like, touch anything?
You would think.
I mean, I've seen enough Dexter, you know, where take pictures, leave everything alone.
I don't know much, but I know Dexter.
I know what I see on TV.
I know splatter patterns.
But he said he uses art to bring the violence he experiences on a daily basis to the forefront of the more cultivated art world.
Well, that's why you use fucking ketchup or some
Or
other
paint.
medium.
It's fucking paint. You're using people's blood. Because here's the thing. He doesn't have the right to use that blood.
No.
These families can sue him.
I hope they do.
For what he's done. And I don't say anything about that. He uses art to ignite reflection and artistic creation to spur a dialogue of resolution in the underlying purpose of pursuing this career. He finds solace in the tradition of painting to both memorialize and reason his subject matter. That's his problem. He has to find a way to reason his thoughts.
Well, that whole, like, end of that is, like, just art school bullshit that they teach you to say about your fucking project after you're done with it.
I mean, that's what you're doing with your art, and you know, but it also sounds like the ramblings of a psychopath.
Yeah.
You know, psychopath artist. I mean, it's a fine line.
But still,
but
I mean, what the fuck, dude? That's that's just not cool.
I mean, that's something out of a movie. Yeah. I remember there was a Tales from the Crypt episode like that.
Oh yeah.
You know, the guy would kill people, and when he killed them, he would like use their blood to paint it, and then it like made the art more real. But you know, of course, they were coming back. I don't know, some bullshit. But this is what I'm saying. That was in like a horror show,
right?
But it's real life.
He's acting it out.
Ay, ay, ay. All right, this day in history, June 6, 1933. First drive-in movie theater opens. Fantastic. Park-in theaters?
That's what they were originally called.
Is that what they were called? Park-in theaters?
Yep.
Crescent Boulevard in Camden, New Jersey. Really, New Jersey had the first.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Pretty local. Richard Hollingshead, movie fan and sales manager of his father's company, Whiz Auto Products in Camden, invested $30,000 into it. Wow, 1933, spent $30,000.
Yeah.
Cost 25 cents per car and per person. It's a good deal. This patent was overturned in '49, and drive-ins popped up all over the country. In the 50s and 60s, there were 5,000 theaters across the country, and today there are fewer than 500. I'm shocked there's 500 today.
Yeah, really.
I mean, I love the drive-in theater, and the closest one to us is 2 hours away.
Yeah.
And in either direction, there's one in Jersey still. Man. And then there's, here you go. I think it was meant to be. And then there's one in Baltimore. But they're pretty cool. The one in Baltimore, I know they play 3 movies, so you get 3 movies.
That's what you're saying. We gotta hit that one.
Definitely gotta check that out. In the daytime, they have like the field is like a farmer's market. You just spend the whole day there.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
That'd be fantastic.
Good use of space.
But I haven't been to one since I was in college.
I haven't been to one since the one in Camden, Delaware closed. Oh, there we go. That's why.
Yeah. Just having a regular conversation.
Stop and chat.
This guy.
Yeah, it's all right. We learned to drive somewhere.
Let's see, today at the turn.
Son's Painting.
Ta-da! This episode's been brought to you by...
They're licensed and insured. Free estimates. They may or may not get there.
Call them and tell them how bad they drive at 302 blah 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 blah.
Yeah, we're
Son's Painting.
We're on them down.
But what did I see in the drive-in theater? It was I think it was Father of the Bride 2 and Toy Story was the double feature that day.
Oh man, I'm trying to think.
And my battery died and I had to have them come jump me.
The kids thing was the Scooby-Doo thing, I think. That live-action Scooby-Doo they made.
Nice.
Not really.
That was all right. The second one was actually good. The first one was bad. The second one was good.
I couldn't stomach any of that. Just the worst.
I thought they did the villains really good, I think. And the second one, because they seemed like they were straight out of the cartoon.
I don't know. I can't even speak to that. I had so little interest in watching it and anything. The mix between like the animated dog and like well, they didn't have the best people portraying the characters. But then I don't understand like why like it's like the same like breed of dog and everything in like Marmaduke.
It was a real dog. But
it was a real dog and they just animated its fucking face. And why didn't
because they wanted to look exactly like Scooby-Doo.
But then why did they put real people in it?
I don't
get it.
I don't know.
And then didn't they change the cast or something of that? Like it was different people.
I don't think so. No, the first two were the same.
The first two were the same,
but then they made a third one, and it was like a prequel, so they were younger.
So they had license.
But that was like straight to TV, that one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't see bits and pieces of that one.
It was awful. But the best part about the drive-in is you just bring like a bunch of beer with you and shit and just hang out.
Yeah.
By the time it gets to that one, it doesn't matter if you're not interested.
I mean, ideally, you want to go in a pickup truck.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can sit in the back of the truck, get some chairs.
Yeah, we went in Nancy's Blazer, so like we had the bag, and then just brought a radio that plugged into the thing, and it was good.
Yeah, I know this place in Baltimore, man. They're like, please make sure you read our rules about the place before you go in. You read the rules, and like this whole big thing comes up, and they're like super strict. Like, you have your area. Mm-hmm. If you are not in your area, we will castrate you.
Yeah.
You know, and you're never allowed back. In case you wanted to come back after being castrated.
The double death.
June 6, 1981. Train avoids cow, but kills 600 people.
Yeah.
Well, thank God the cow was okay. Train approached a bridge over the Bagmati River as a cow crossed the track. Oh, that's why. The engineer braked too hard, causing 7 cars to derail into the river due to slippery, wet conditions. Rescue was hours away. Wow. 286 bodies recovered. 300 were never found.
Yep.
Wow. Deep river, I guess. When was that? 81. Wow. Fucking cows. Yeah.
Yep. He felt so strongly about the cow that he hit the brakes so hard.
Fucking train. That'd have been one dead cow, let me tell you what. June 6, 1949. George Orwell's 1984 is published. Never read it.
Yeah.
Nope. Always wanted to. It's one of those books that's like always on my list. Mm-hmm. Never read it.
Never saw the movie either?
Nope.
It's pretty good.
Nope. Big Brother, right?
Yep.
Did you read the book?
Yeah, after I saw the movie, actually.
Oh, okay.
Like years later.
I'll put it on my list. I'll put it on my list that I downloaded from when we moved to the islands.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Books to take
I'll
to
move
the islands
it up
with you.
Start making that list because it's going to be happening soon.
I can feel it.
It's coming. I feel like I'm there now. Look at the sky. It's like a painted sky.
It's really nice today.
Temperature-wise.
Yeah.
Visually. It's Friday. June 6, 1944.
Here's the biggie.
D-Day invasion begins.
That was everywhere.
Oh my God.
Everywhere.
No matter where you went online, it was there. 6,000 landing crafts. Is that what we're talking about? Yeah. 176,000 troops. Wow, I didn't know there were that many people. 822 aircraft with paratroopers. 13,000 aircraft for air support. Holy shit. Omaha Beach, 2,000 troops were lost. Gold,
Juneau,
Swords, Utah.
Those had a little lighter resistance than Omaha.
Okay.
Omaha was really the most heavily defended. So that's usually the stuff you see, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
At the end of June, Allies had 850,000 men, 150,000 vehicles in Normandy. Wow.
Yep, that started the pushback.
Yeah, what did I see today was pretty cool. One of the things they put on the beach, it was like they just carved a whole bunch of bodies into the sand, you know, on the beaches. And it was cool, something cool to look at. But
yeah,
it was everywhere. The last 2 days, even everywhere. Facebook, everybody's putting up stories of it.
Yep.
But definitely something worth bringing up.
Yeah, I think so.
Made for a lot of good movies.
That's true. They don't even have to change the action all that much.
Right?
I mean,
hey, you don't have to embellish shit.
No, and really the only reason that those beaches were taken, I mean, it was just the training and stuff of the bravery and stick-to-itiveness of the troops that landed there.
Yeah, they didn't fucking turn around, man. They just kept pushing forward.
You can't attribute it to anything else, but just the will to like get it done. And
fucking balls, man.
Yep. You need to look to anything for fucking courage. There you go.
And those fucking guys can't get a goddamn doctor's appointment these days.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too political about the whole thing, but it makes me sick when I see that.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
You know? Well, supposedly they're working on changing that.
Yeah. There's like a new VA administrator or something like that. Who knows? It's all politic garbage.
Yeah, it's all money. When you say politics, it means money.
Yep. They're one and the same now. Especially in this country.
Oh, God, it's horrible. Horrible and sad to say, but there you have it. Got a lot of sex stories. We'll save them for last. That was the kind of news I found today.
Yeah.
Well, so we'll start out with this one. We'll start out
Maybe
with
we'll find a segue,
Yeah, let's hope so. Earth. Another close call coming this week.
Yeah.
A massive asteroid nicknamed the Beast.
The Beast.
Even sounds scary. Is set to fly by Earth on Sunday, June 8th, shortly before 2 a.m. Eastern Time, at a distance of 3 lunar lengths, which is simply a mere 716,000 miles from Earth. Asteroid was first spotted by NASA's Wide Field Infrared Survey Explorer on the 23rd of April. They estimate it measures 1,083 feet in diameter. Based on the size and distance at which it will near Earth, it has been classified as a potentially hazardous asteroid. Look out, baby. They say what's disconcerting is that a rocky metallic body this large and coming so very close should have only first been discovered this soon before its nearest approach. According to National Geographic. They are going to broadcast a preview of the flyby. So that'll be pretty cool.
That's pretty neat.
It is at least 10 times bigger and possibly 20 times bigger than the asteroid that injured 1,000 people last year in Chelyabinsk, Siberia.
Yeah, that was a big one that all those people got.
Yeah, man, that was freaking awesome.
That was messed up, man.
That was like, you talk about something out of a movie. That was like a sci-fi movie right there.
Breaking all the windows down to like everything. Yeah.
Just fucking see it coming down. If it were to impact us, the energy released would be measured not in kilotons like the atomic bombs that ended World War II, but in H-bomb type megatons. So it would be massive.
Man.
They partnered with SLU to get more citizen scientists involved in the search for near-Earth asteroids. While larger space rocks are usually spotted before they sail by Earth, smaller asteroid and debris have often gone unnoticed. The SLU space camera will broadcast the flyby from Australia, starting with a preview yesterday. The live feed will include time-lapse imagery from the Robotic Telescope Services Observatory in Chile. So I guess that means if it has a chance of hitting, it'll be Australia.
No, I think that's just the observatories that are tracking it, probably.
I was gonna say fuck them.
Well, at 700 some odd thousand miles, that's not much of a chance to hit us.
No, it's just. I mean, you're talking
I think the only thing is they shit their pants when they saw it. It's because they only saw it just now.
Yeah, there wouldn't have been time to do shit about it.
Yeah. Well, it's out there. I mean, there's one
it
out
can
there
happen,
waiting.
man.
It's gonna happen.
Yeah, you talk about the grand scheme of things, it's close, but I'll risk something being 700,000 miles away.
Oh yeah. I mean, especially something like that. That's a huge distance for us, what we can see above us.
But it'll happen again. I mean, it happened over there in Siberia.
Yeah.
What if that was bigger?
Well, what if it was over, New York or like a bigger city?
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Then we'd have a ribbon for that. A little ribbon made of rock.
Yeah.
Never forget.
The little comet, fucking magnets and shit.
Oh, then all the conspiracy theory people would be talking about how aliens came down on the asteroid.
They covered it up.
And everyone that got cancer within 1,000 miles would blame it on that. And then we try to sue outer space.
Sue the Martians. Invade Jupiter before they they send another rock.
Fuck them. Fuck them. Maybe no more Mars visits. It'll be about killing the aliens.
See, the storm on Jupiter is like shrinking.
No.
Yeah, they think it might actually go all the way away.
Like soon, or?
Yeah, it's shrinking pretty fast from what they were saying. I mean,
wow.
Check it out if you get a chance.
Yeah, because I thought that was something that would never go away.
Yeah, neither did they. But it's actually a pretty recent feature, and it's changed a bunch just in our lifetimes. I mean, there was a time when it was two storms next to each other,
right,
swirling, and those merged and then turned into a big spot, and then the spot shrank and grew.
How awesome would it be to get a camera in there? See that fucking thing.
Who even knows what that? You can't
even
imagine what that would be.
It could be anything. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna check that out.
The amount of gravity that's there. I mean, the fact that it's still gas and holds that much gravity. I mean, it's insane.
All right, let's get on to the sex.
All right, yeah.
Florida police. They made a few arrests recently. There's a TV series on the Learning Channel that deals with porn fetishes.
Oh, okay. Not the ER?
No. This is all about fetishes. And one of them has to do with animal crushing. They crush animals and it gets them off.
What?
So on the show, they had this girl who would crush goldfish with her hands and her feet and her knees, and people would watch it and that was their thing, and they'd get off watching them do that. Now there's a website that hosts that kind of stuff called SOS Barn. That's just a great name for something like that. SOS Barn. The porn fetish people are coming.
So they're crushing real goldfish and stuff?
Real goldfish.
How are they getting away with that?
Well, they're not. Once this girl came out on TV doing this, the cops went and got her.
Yeah, I was going to say, I mean, that's got to be something.
They said, sorry, what you're doing is animal cruelty.
Yeah.
A few other arrests they made. They arrested the guy who films it and does this SOS Barn thing.
Yeah.
Some of the things they do are beat rabbits. They just viciously beat rabbits and decapitating chickens. And these people just fucking get off on that. Go figure. I don't get it. I understand some people need something different to rejuvenate their sexual interest.
Yeah, but to
that?
Not that, but just discovering that.
Yeah.
How do you figure that out?
You swat a fly and you're like, oh,
whoa.
What was that?
Let's try something bigger.
There's a beetle.
Look at this.
Did you hear it crunch?
Look at this fucking moron.
We're gonna hit this cyclist. He said, I don't think so. Jesus God.
Fucking
Like, we don't run out of road. You have plenty of time.
Yeah. You run out of road if you're an asshole. That's how you run out of road.
Well, apparently then he ran out of road.
Yeah. That's,
there you have that. But a lot of people they arrested with this thing said, you know what? You're not going to get me because when I did it was too long ago and it's no longer punishable.
Too long ago?
I guess
there's a statute of
limitation on
animal cruelty.
Animals. I
didn't know that.
There's a statute of limitation on everything except murder. I remember I had a street law class in high school, and there was a story about a guy who was in college, and the professor was teaching them about how there's a statute of limitations on everything, and most things are about 7 years, at least at the time.
That's what I thought.
And so the student stands up, and he was like, great. He's like, get a load of this then. I killed somebody, blah, 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 doing it this way and that way, and I guess I'm cool with it. And the professor says, well, everything except murder. And they called the cops, and sure enough, this guy really did what he said. And
what?
They arrested him, yeah.
This was the class you were in?
No. We had a street law class in high school, and we were taught that story. We were learning about statute of limitations. Oh, no,
it's like, holy shit.
That would have been badass, dude.
Yeah.
That would have been fantastic. Cops all come into high school.
You idiot.
You dick, I always hated you. Have fun getting ass raped.
You're even worse now.
Jeez. So a story was done. I don't know why this story was done, but I figured we could have fun with it. Terms for women's vagina. Well, the 13 most popular terms for a woman's vagina. And some of them I never fucking heard of. They're going over things that are heard most often on TV, in the news.
That's interesting. You should bring that up, because I just posted a thing. I think it's just on my Facebook, but we can link it on our channel too. But it's the Mental Floss, that website. They did a list of 82 different like terms for things that have fallen out of favor.
You are considered bad now?
Well, yeah, it's like just people don't really use them anymore.
Oh, okay.
And part of the list involved like that, like different anatomy parts and
I'll have to look at it and compare the two.
Yeah,
and see if they
overlap.
coincide. Let me see, where did I get this one from? Does it say? No idea. So anyway, 13 was lady bits. They said it sounds prissy. They don't consider it to be that bad. Number 12 was flower. I've heard that term. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
Vagine. Never heard that one. A vagine.
It's more French.
They said it's bigger in France. That's like the French word for it.
It's more military vehicle going on.
Man, it's telling you, it's the big weekend.
Maybe they're all going to lift the bridge by themselves. Push it back up.
Bajingo. Did you ever hear that one?
Bajingo?
Bajingo.
No.
I want to play with your bajingo.
Never heard of it.
No. Vajayjay. That's a newer one. That's come to terms of the last couple of years, I think. At least in my ears.
Yeah.
Number 8, there's 3 of them. They all class together. A woohoo, a yahoo, or a hoo-ha.
Okay.
I've heard hoo-ha.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't used a single one of these terms yet. I bet I've said vajayjay. Getting all crazy and silly with my wife. Not in bed.
Vajayjay.
Like, come on, give me that vajayjay. Yeah, like
just in general.
Yeah, we're drinking, hanging around, being silly. This one I hate. I hate this one. Hate it. Coochie.
Coochie?
I hate that. I don't like when people say that. Not that it offends me. I just like, ugh. Like, this is one of those words I don't like to hear.
Just, you don't like the word in general, or you don't like it when it's used to reference a vagina?
Well, to me,
is it worse that way?
To me, I only associate it with vagina.
Okay.
You know, so when someone says it, because my mother-in-law used to say that all the time. And because of that, my wife says it, and I just like, just call it anything else. You call it even in front of the kid. Just say cunt. Like I'd rather you say that.
Something.
I don't. Yeah, coochie is not high on my list.
Yeah.
That's the only one. It's the only one that disturbs me. Beaver.
Yeah.
Classic. It'll never go away. They're saying they don't like it because it's a goofy looking animal with teeth. Muffin. I don't know if I ever heard muffin. Muff, yeah, muffin. I guess it's short for muffin. I guess that's maybe how it started.
Yeah.
Doesn't say.
That would make sense to me.
But yeah. Here's one of my favorites. Axe wound. Love it.
I've heard you do that one before.
Love it. Yeah, you've heard me.
Yeah, I've heard
the axe wound. I'm telling you, it's one of my favorites. It doesn't shock me. They say it's too violent and reminds them of Game of Thrones.
Go that way. Good.
Ultimate classic, pussy. They say it's overused in porn, and they don't know how anyone can be comfortable using that word.
Yeah.
Pussy. It's great.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Snatch. That's one I use a lot, I guess. And
breast.
I just can't believe that anything was above pussy. Pussy was number 3. Snatch is number 2. And number 1 is cooter.
Cooter.
Again, not one I really care for.
No, but I knew people that used to use it.
Oh, yeah. I've definitely heard people say it all the time.
Yeah.
Cooter. I guess to me it's kind of like coochie.
Yeah.
That's why I don't like it. Cooter, coochie, they should have been the same.
Yeah, it could be. Cooter, though, I mean, that reminds me of like Dukes of Hazzard. Wasn't that?
Yeah.
That was like the tow truck driver's name, right?
Is that who it was?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Cooter, right?
I know there was a character on there named Cooter. I can't remember who. So we need Gabe here to set us straight.
Yeah, I mean, he knows all that kind of 80s television trivia.
And one of my favorites it wasn't even on the list. It was on, I can't think of the name of the show right now, I'm drawing a blank. HBO Western show.
Oh, yeah, the cuss every 5 seconds show.
Yeah, what the hell's the name of that? Why can't I think
Deadwood?
of it? Deadwood.
Yeah.
Deadwood, they would call it Strange.
Strange?
I loved it. I gotta go out there and get yourself some strange and come back with a different answer. Motherfucking cocksucker. That's the best.
That's an actual line from the show.
Yeah, that's a quote. Yeah. Okay, so we're on the term. I got to do the story about vaginas or strange or axe wounds. Hold on, I got 12 more. They did a story on how often women masturbate. Mm-hmm. Right? I like to make it seem like they never do, a lot of them. Well, they're fucking lying. We got the proof.
Bunch of liars.
The proof is in the pudding.
The proof is in the axe wound.
538's Mona Chalabi analyzed Indiana University's National Survey of Sexual Health and Behavior to create an infographic of how often men and women masturbate, according to age. They collected data from 5,865 Americans.
Wow, good, big study, man.
Between the ages of 14 and 94.
Wow.
And 94. They went that fucking high.
You know.
Hey,
cover all the bases.
Let me tell you what, we're gonna cover it here. Well, today on the show, we're gonna talk about 94-year-old women masturbating, fingering their vajayjays. You know, we're gonna bring it out.
If that doesn't draw them in, I don't know what will. We've tried everything now.
And I think we found the key.
Yeah.
It's old. Picture it now when I say this. Yeah. 94-year-old women in the shower masturbating. God, I bet they can't use vibrators. They can't, because it would kill them. It would just shake them apart. Like their skeletal structure would just
bones. Yeah.
They would look like a jellyfish sitting in the shower by the time it was done.
Sex sent me to the ER, right? It's got to be on there somewhere.
They would turn it on and it would just like beat them up.
Can't control it.
Oh my! Just hope I fall on it. Picture it, because I did. I think I'd rather see animals crushed. I think we know how they got to the to the crushing. Mm-hmm. All right, so man, they really broke this list down. I mean, here's a whole friggin' chart.
I mean, shit, with that many people involved.
They break it down. All right, here are the age groups: 18 to 24, 25 to 29, 30 to 39, 40 to 49, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, and then 70 to 94. So the whole group got put in there. Now, so you have not in the past year. Not one time in the past year. It stays pretty much the same. 36% between 18 and 24, and 28%, 37%, 35%. Then you get in your 50s.
Not once within the past year.
Not once within the past year. 37% of women in their 30s haven't touched their shit in a year. I find that hard to believe. Or is it because women can get it easier than men? Because men in the same age group, and each age group is, 10 to 15% lower. Mm-hmm. When you get in your 50s, it goes to 46%. That I believe. In their 60s, 54%. 70 to 94, 68%. So that means that 32% of women 70 to 94 getting it on.
Still go.
By themselves.
Fuckers.
You got a few times a year to monthly, a few times a month to weekly, 2 to 3 times per week, and more than 4 times per week. Mm-hmm. Let's see, so a few times a month to weekly, start out 18 to 24, so it's 24% due. Then it drops from there. 21%, 22%, 19%, 13%. So you got almost 14% in their 50s do it weekly. I can get that. 10% in their 60s. 5% 70 to 94. 5% of grandmoms or great grandmoms are fucking stroking their shit once a week. I'm proud of them. Don't want to say it.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of them. That's a good stat.
Out of 5,000 some odd people.
Let's see here. They got 2 to 3 times a week. Now this is crazy. So a few times a month to once a week, 5% of the old ladies. 2 to 3 times per week, 0.0%. 4 or more times a week, you're back up to 1%. So it's like they do it a lot, or just a little bit. Like there's no in between with them. They just can't fucking get enough.
Well, I mean, that's just probably how people are broken down too.
Oh yeah, you're an extremist, Yeah. You're that way.
You either go full out crusher or.
So let's see, more than 4 times a week. 18 to 24 was 3%. 25 to 29 was 5%. 30 to 49 was 2%. 50 to 59, 1%. 60s, 0.3%. And 70 and over, 0.5%. So even then, man, it's fucking...
Yeah.
Fucking extremists. But, so pretty much... It didn't tell us anything. You know what I mean? No. There's so many groups, and how often
they went too broad with like what they the different categories. They should have stuck to like one category.
So we'll still never know.
But I guess with such a big study like that, you don't really have a choice.
Yeah. But I was hoping by the end of this, we'd be able to find a girl. How old are you? You fucking fingered yourself 3 times this week. There's a 25% chance of it. And if you say no, we know you do it more than that. Or less. Or not at all. Or maybe monthly.
I mean, you could still carry that chart with you.
Oh, this is going in the pocket.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like the great passenger.
Right.
I'm gonna be like, let me turn around here and I'll unravel the list. I bet you do it.
The list will be all crumpled up by the end of the month.
But still, the biggest percentage in every category was not at all in the past year.
In the past year?
In the past year, not at all. In each age group. biggest percentage was not at all. This is another study there where you can't get the truth out of people. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
oh, no, I don't do that at all. Meanwhile, they go home, they got a fucking closet, they open up, boudoir, they open up, and, you know.
Yeah, it's all how it was phrased or whatever.
Let's see, then it just goes, I mean, it just gets less. As you go more often, each age group gets less, except for the grandmoms, who went down to 0% in one category and then bumped it back up.
Well, you figure how many of those were, you know, of that age group.
Right.
You know, so the stats are going to be skewed for that.
But I also bet that the older you get, the more honest you're just going to be about the list. You just don't fucking care anymore. Like, I'll fucking tell you. 18 to 24 is probably the most skewed.
Yeah.
Now,
well, they get the most time too. Shit. There's a time factor there.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm done knitting my scarf. What am I gonna? I know what I'm gonna do. I got these knitting needles and no yarn.
Shucks.
Or you can go like that one artist and combine the two.
Right. While you're going.
You know?
Knit yourself a scarf from your garage.
Now, the past year for men not doing it at all, 18 to 24, 19% of men said they haven't in the last year. Don't buy that at all.
There you go. That's how you get your margin of error for the female test.
Subtract 19%.
Right.
Yeah, or add 19%.
Yeah, add 19% to every result there.
Yep. 25 to 29, 17% not in a year.
That's the lying percent.
Jesus, that's how you know. See, we figured out the code.
That's what it is.
Now, again, as they get older, I believe it more. 70 to 94 in men, 54% said they have it in the year. But probably because they can't.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I believe you when you say you don't and you're that old.
I'm not going to buy pills just for that.
But 70 to 94 in men, more than 4 times a week, 2%. Not bad.
It's a solid 2%.
I hope I am in that category when I'm in my 70s. My
add 19% to that, then.
Yeah. Wow. The biggest one for men was a few times per month to weekly. And pretty much every age group category.
Yeah.
That was the most. 4 times a week, 18 to 24, only 19% of men said they did it. Again, they're the same percentage.
Mm-hmm.
There's your free, there you go.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
2 to 3 times a week at 18 to 24, only 20% of them do.
That's your margin for error.
There you go. We'll just round it up to 20. It's easier to do the math. Which means 18 to 24 women, not in the past year. That one you would subtract from. So a few times per year to monthly, 28%. I'm going 48% there. We have figured it out here on the commute. Saving lives every day.
Just scratch out those numbers. You know what the real numbers are.
The woman did point out women are less likely to try masturbating. However, there's still a large gender gap when it comes to routine masturbation. Only 8% of women between the ages of 25 and 29 masturbate 2 to 3 times a week, whereas 23% of men do. This is one gender gap we can close all on our own, so let's get to it. So she's saying, you got to do a little more of it. Apparently she's into that thing. She did an entire study on it. God knows how long it took her to do that. Do we do one more, or do you want to cut it?
Yeah, let's cut it. That's a good one.
Yeah, we got a good.
Yeah.
We'll end it on there. This one sucked anyway. So, all right. Well, make sure you like and subscribe on Facebook and YouTube, especially if you love a lot of vagina or strange or axe wound. Follow us on Twitter at Driver Passenger. Check out our website, twocommute.com, TWOcommute.com, or send us an email about anything you want at the Commute Podcast at Comcast.net. Hope to see you soon.